Hey guys, it's Lily and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a question that I've been asked hundreds of times on my Instagram, on YouTube, just by my friends in general, and that is how to be motivated. So, being motivated is no easy task. I know that. I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm motivated 100% of the time, but these are just some of the ways that I've found help me stay motivated to live the lifestyle that I want. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And let's get on to the video. I just wanted to throw out a quick disclaimer that these are not overnight fixing tips on how to be motivated. Now, I wish that there was one thing that certain people did and it just made them wake up in the morning and want to do everything. But it doesn't work like that. Like, it doesn't work that way for me, it doesn't work that way for everyone, but people still get the things done, and that's what these tips are here to help you for. You need to take them and apply them to your own life. I can sit here and tell you to make goals for as long as you'll listen, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be 100% motivated all the time, and that's okay. You need to figure out a way to make this motivation last long term, and that's what I hope that this video can do for you guys. But you still do have to work hard. It's not going to be an easy thing, being motivated and studying and working out and whatever it is that you need to be motivated to do. It's still not going to be easy, but it'll be a little more manageable and you might even be a little excited to do it. So without further ado, now let's get on to the tips. Okay, so the first thing that you guys need to do if you want to be motivated is you need to think about what it is you want to accomplish. And I don't mean little things that are just like, oh, I want to work out more. Like, be very specific with these things. So say, I want to work out 3 times a week. So that is something that you know you can achieve. If you just say, I want to work out more in the week, then your motivation is going to be much smaller because you don't have a number that you're aiming for. So you might work out once and be like, well, my goal is complete, don't have to do it again. And if you only want to work out once a week, that's a good goal. But if you want to work out more than once a week, then you need to say the specific number of times, because otherwise you'll just be not motivated to do it. I know I've done this before where I'm like, oh, I want to read more. And then I read like 1 day a week and I'm like, well, I read more. It's fine. I don't need to read anymore. I can just go on my phone. So by setting a specific number, it'll give you something to aim for. And your brain needs something to aim for because that's how it's going to motivate you. That's how you're going to want to wake up. That's how you're going to want to do the thing, is because you know that you haven't made that goal yet. Like, say you've only worked out 2 times this week and it's Saturday. You'll be motivated to work out because you're like, I know I need to do this in order to make my goal. So first step is thinking of these goals, make them very specific, and then writing them down somewhere. Don't just think them in your head, because then you'll kind of be like, well, I mean, like, I know I said 3 times, but then like, I didn't really think about that, and now I want to do 2 times. Like, write it down. So think about it first, and then write it down somewhere. I don't care if it's in your bullet journal, in your planner, on a sticky note that you're going to put on your wall. Write it down somewhere where you're going to see it on a regular basis. So for example, if I have a specific goal or specific habit I'm trying to form, I'll write it on a piece of paper and I'll stick it on the back of my door. So literally I can't even open my door in the morning without seeing it. It's like the first thing I see besides my alarm going off. So write it down somewhere, stick it somewhere where you can see it, and until that you form that habit, you need to keep reminding yourself of it. You need to keep it there, and you need to keep pushing for that goal, because soon it'll become easier and easier to do it because you'll be used to it. Alright, so after you know exactly what it is that you want, you need to go to step number 2, which is honestly to just do it. I know that sounds like the stupidest tip ever, because you know that you probably could have thought of that yourself, but I'm here to tell you that you need to just do it. Honestly, like, it's that simple. I know sometimes you'd rather just lay around on your phone, but what I do personally is I make a to-do list for each day, which I know I've talked about in a lot of videos. Making to-do lists is really helpful. I make a to-do list for each day, and I won't take a long rest until everything on my to-do list is completed. So what that means is you're going to look at your to-do list and say, okay, I have to read 20 pages in my English book, I need to answer some questions for biology, and I need to study for a physics test. Okay, so that's your to-do list for the day. Don't take a long break until all those things are done. I'm not saying you should work yourself to exhaustion. Take small little breaks, like 5 or 10 minutes, but after that, get right back up. For me, I find that after 10 minutes, my motivation is gone. I've gotten back into the habit of going on my phone. I want to stay there. So 5 or 10 minutes is a good enough break to give your brain a rest, but not so much that you'll lose the momentum that you've been getting from your work. And then after I've finished all my work, that's when I take my long break at the end. And I promise you that long break will feel so amazing because you will not have things in the back of your mind. I know for a fact it does not feel good to anyone to come home from school and know you have a lot of homework and you're laying in bed on your phone for 2 hours and all you're doing is thinking about all the work you need to do. That's a terrible feeling, and it's not even that relaxing, to be honest. So just do it, keep your momentum going, take small breaks but not so big that you will like get too tired to continue working. And then take a long break at the end. This is what I've been doing for the past little while, and I found that I get so much more stuff done, and honestly I feel better when I'm relaxing because I don't have everything in the back of my mind that I need to do because I already did it. Okay, and then the third step that you need to follow is you need to keep doing it. So kind of extension of the second one, I guess. And how you do this is by changing and adapting your goals to what you're doing. So say we started with our goal at the beginning, which was to work out 3 days a week. Alright, so you've been doing that for about 2 or 3 weeks now. I'm going to say bump it up to 4 days a week. That's just an example of how you can keep yourself going, keep yourself challenged, because I know I have got the short bursts of motivation so many times before, and it really doesn't last, and then you just go back to doing the exact same thing you're doing before in like a week or a day even. So short bursts of motivation's great, but what you're looking for here is long-term motivation. You can achieve that by, like I said, adjusting and adapting your goals. And the other way that you can do that is keep reminding yourself why you started. Come back and watch this video when you feel unmotivated, because you watched this video and then you wanted to start doing all the things. So make a quote board, make a motivation board, write something for you to look at or think about when you want to quit. Something that you write down when you have that short burst of motivation. Because when you have that short burst of motivation at the beginning is when you feel the most motivated, most passionate. So when you're in that phase, write down everything that you're feeling, because that's not going to last forever. As great as it would be to want to do all these things like you do when you have that short burst of motivation, it's not going to happen forever, and I've experienced this hundreds of times before. So write down when you're feeling super motivated. So when maybe you're feeling a little less motivated, you can look at that and it'll kind of bring you back to when you were feeling that way, and you'll go, yeah, like, why would I want to quit? Like, look at all these reasons I have. So you can write it down in a notebook if you want to have a specific notebook for motivation. You could write it on your wall. Well, write it on a paper and then put it on your wall. Don't write it on your wall. Make a cork board. Put it in your bullet journal. Anything that you want, just do it, because when you are feeling down later, which you will, trust me, don't think that like you're gonna start this and then you're gonna feel great for the rest of your life, because that's not gonna happen. Just write it down, go back to it later, and yeah, this is such a helpful tip. It always works for me, and I really hope it works for you guys. Alright guys, so that was it for this video. I really hope that it was helpful for you and that you feel a little more motivated after watching it, and if you do feel motivated, write it down so that you remember when you're not so motivated. But anyway, I hope that you guys all have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye!